save up your money, buy some tickets for your kids, and then they go to see their favorite player, and he's just resting. What's your take on that? But then I guess the players say they need a rest. I don't know. You hate it.
I hate it. I dislike it. I was just at Michael Jordan's 60th birthday party. He pulled me to the side. And, we talked about that for 30 straight minutes.
Because back in the day, you guys
played every game.
There was no rest.
We want to play every single game. We couldn't wait to get out there on the court. And it's about your ego, your passion, your love for the game. It's about those fans who, like you said, paid their hard-earned money to watch you play this game of basketball.
I have felt this way for a while, and I don't think I'm alone, that the NBA is out of balance. You're in a better spot when there's more of a balance, where the three-point shot is part of the game, not the entire game.
Are you serious?
Oh my goodness!
Are you kidding me, man? You got this. This is getting out of hand, man. This is getting out of hand, brother.
As bad as you could possibly imagine.
That is awful, horrible. Whatever other words you can come up that are synonyms with those.
And Westbrook sneaks inside. 7 for Westbrook. Technical foul on Westbrook. Technical foul.
I'm not wasting any time. Let's start with the big one. 3-point shooting. The Bulls and Hornets just broke the record for most missed threes in a game. The Warriors and Mavs broke the record for most threes made in a game. The game looks okay when they're going in, but it's unwatchable when they aren't. And it's bad when 7'4" Victor Wembanyama is taking half of his shots from the 3-point line. 3-point shooting is now the only strategy some teams have. Without it, they don't even have a game plan. When the shots aren't falling, why not try something else? Every player, whether they are a good or bad shooter, is given an infinite green light. Doesn't matter if it's contested, falling away, off the dribble. Statistically, it's a better shot. There's other ways to play basketball than just chucking up 3-pointers.
What I tell my boys, that I want you guys to pay attention to what goes on in college. Play hard, but don't settle for threes. You want to kind of build your rhythm into it. Get to the free throw line, make some easy layups. And right now, it's like the first thing that players do. I like to see the bigs have more of a footing back in the game.
And as much as I love watching my favorite player, Joel Embiid, flop his way to 30 free throws, it's bad for the sport. It slows the game down, it ruins the integrity of the game, and it's just unwatchable garbage. Flailing around the court, falling all over the place, begging for a foul call should have never been introduced to the game. It used to be a rarity. David Stern used to fine players after the game for minor flops. Now it's become a complete joke and nothing but players flopping and foul baiting up and down the court. Nearly every star player does it. No wonder the ratings are down. I'm so sick of some of you guys in my comments defending these players for load management. Ben Simmons milked a back injury for 3 seasons.
Now, the back thing, I let that go the first year. I'm not letting that go 3 years in a row. Your back ain't been hurting that long.
Then it's a contract year, and all of a sudden he can play. There he is in warm-ups, looking perfectly healthy, dunking the basketball, just to sit on the bench. Joel Embiid was perfectly fine during the Olympics, but had to tell everyone he's sitting out back-to-backs. Can't play 2 games in a row. He sat out 10 games, showed up out of shape, and now he's actually hurt. If he would have played in the other games, his team wouldn't be screwed for the entire season. Joel Embiid hasn't played in Denver in 5 years. 1 year, he wasn't even on the injury report, but a fan brought a poster because they knew he was going to sit out. Zion is nowhere to be found. Hasn't played in a single playoff game because he still doesn't quite feel like Zion.
Physically, I'm fine. Now it's just a matter of when I feel like Zion.
I bet he feels like Zion when he's collecting millions. Kawhi has a knee problem, but that doesn't give him a full pass. How does he play in 1 game, sit out the next, and then back for the 3rd? What does he even load manage for? He's not going to be healthy in the playoffs regardless. And he's not the first player with knee problems. These players are robbing their teams and preventing their success. If it's really that hard to play in the games, just retire. Someone else who actually gives a shit will take your spot. Well, these players are just more advanced. If they're more advanced, how come they can't play in the games? How can players from every other era play in every game, but these new advanced players with the advanced medicine can't play for 50 games? I guess I'm just used to watching real basketball players.
We have now teams that are paying millions of dollars to sports science. And they're like, oh, the game of basketball is tough. Let me tell you about why it was important to me, because that's all I'm going to say. My parents, I didn't come from very much. And for Christmas, my parents got me a ticket to go watch the San Antonio Spurs because David Robinson was my favorite player. 1 ticket. My dad, who dropped me off at the game, gave me $5, and I went in there by myself because my family couldn't afford to come to the game. If David Robinson wouldn't have played in that game, like, I get emotional thinking about it.
The officiating has been one of the worst parts of the NBA for years. You aren't allowed to play physical or show any emotion without getting a technical foul. Even this one, Al Horford nods his head saying it's okay, but no, Tony Brothers said it's not okay. You get in there and you make it about you. The lack of defense is also ruining the NBA. It's just because players are harder to guard now. They're more skilled. Did Jimmy Butler use a Jedi mind trick on the Lakers? And I'm talking about the lack of effort that anyone with 2 eyeballs can see. Letting players have free layups or wide open shots, especially from the better players in the league. They think they don't have to play defense because they're scoring some points in the easiest era to do so. All the great players before them were all NBA defensive and offensive players, but the so-called greatest players in the greatest era couldn't be bothered to show any effort, barely playing 50 games. I still can't figure out why the ratings are down.